turn off the lights and go full screen, because it's the top 20 scariest ghost videos of the year. The Highway 5 Ghost Girl. This next video, posted to Reddit by user Lil Goth Doll, was recorded from a monitor, then screen capped on a phone before it finally made its way to the internet. So it's a bit potato quality. Nevertheless, the video is chilling. It was pulled from the dashcam feed of two truck drivers after a very frightening incident. So, one night two truckers are driving on Highway 5 in Lynn, Alabama, when they get the scare of a lifetime. The panic-stricken truck drivers pull over and call 911. But when they check the highway and the surrounding area along with arriving police, they don't find anything. There's just no one there. After the truck drivers request a viewing of the footage recorded that night on Highway 5, they are shocked. Just like they thought, there is in fact a girl in a long dress walking across the road, seemingly getting hit by their truck. They later find out that there's a well-known ghost story associated with this road, Highway 5 in Lynn, Alabama. The story goes that 10 years ago on a rainy night, a teenage girl on her way home from her high school prom lost her life on the road after being hit by an 18-wheeler truck. Over the years, many truck drivers claim that they have witnessed a girl wearing a prom dress on Highway 5. So could it be that these truck drivers captured the prom dress ghost of Highway 5? Their reactions certainly look convincing, but as always, you decide. The Haunted Hill House. The Haunted Hill House in Mineral Wells, Texas is said to be one of the most haunted locations in the US. With an over 125-year dark and troubling past, that doesn't come as much of a surprise. The home was once a haven for illegal activity. It served as a gambling hall, a bootlegging operation, and even a brothel. It also served as a makeshift hospital for over 50 years. It is said that the Haunted Hill House is inhabited by the ghosts of at least 9 people who lost their lives there. The Hill House can be rented out for ghost tours and investigations by interested groups and curiosity seekers. So one night in late September, a group of friends and family rented the Hill House just to have a little fun. None of the group were quote-unquote paranormal investigators. In fact, many of them were doubters who just wanted to prove that the so-called Haunted Hill House wasn't actually haunted at all. But that's not exactly how things went down. The house is said to be haunted by one particularly violent spirit that the house's owners refer to as Dr. Yeager. One of the visitors, Victoria, lays down on the bed in one of the rooms and jokingly starts taunting Dr. Yeager. It did not go well.
As you can see, she was yanked off the bed. This was not a fall. And then they ran out. We're going to rewind that and we're going to show you in regular screen.
Something seems to violently yank Victoria right off the bed as her friends look on in terror. The house has a static black and white security camera in every room, and it catches the action as Victoria is pulled off the bed and the group makes a run for it. One of the guys is so shook, he even drops his phone and just leaves it on the floor behind him. Now, cut to almost 1 hour later, around 3 a.m. A guy named Drew wants to test this alleged paranormal activity for himself. So he enters the same bedroom and immediately begins taunting the ghost of, quote, Dr. Yeager. He says that the spirit is a coward, and that if he really wants to attack someone, why doesn't he try attacking a man instead?
Look at the guy in the white hat right here, guys. Follow him.
Before I can even finish my sentence, I'm in the air.
Alright, we're going to pull it back. Did you see he got pushed?
So Drew got his wish. He is violently shoved by something, and then he almost knocks down his two friends while making a mad dash from the room. It should be noted here that Drew has gone on record as saying that he will never set foot inside the haunted Hill House ever again. But it gets even weirder. After Drew is pushed and he and his friends run from the room, something seems to yank the door shut behind them. If you watch closely, you can actually see the doorknob move as if it's being pulled. So is the haunted Hill House one of the most haunted places on Earth? Would you go into that room and taunt the spirit of Dr. Yeager? Let me know down in the comments. The unhappiest place on Earth. Popular Japanese YouTube channel Fourth Wall claims that they have been sent video footage of a family visiting Tokyo Disneyland. Since there are very strict privacy laws in Japan, the footage has been blurred to protect identities. Now, allegedly the family's daughter is too scared to ever return to the Disney park after this incident. This is the footage. Did you see it? The anonymous video recorder is walking on the second floor of what appears to be the Disneyland Hotel lobby. They pan to the right and what appears to be the pale, translucent figure of a little girl can be seen right in front of them. But they don't see it. They didn't even discover the figure until after their trip while they were looking through their footage. So is it a ghost caught on camera? Or is it just an elaborate hoax? You decide. The Screaming Ghost. Paranormal investigator Ross Allison has been heading up a ghost hunting team in the Pacific Northwest called A-Ghost for nearly 20 years. After one of their investigations, a female team member believes that she was followed home by an unhappy spirit who attached itself to her. Afterwards, she says that every time she records her voice, unexplained horrific screams and growls appear on her recordings. In this clip, to prove her claim, she records herself in full view of a camera in a room full of people, which would make faking the recording nearly impossible.
Hi, it's me again, obviously. No one can understand why you have to scream, and neither can I. Why do you follow me everywhere? I know you need my help, but I can't understand you. Please, can you just try to not scream? Can you try to tell me your name? Or what you'd like for us to call you? I have friends with me. They understand things in the spirit world. We all want to try to help. I know you came with me from Rolling Hills and I told you you would never have to go back there. But now I'm thinking you need to go someplace else. I'm going to turn it off now. Okay, let's see what we've got.
Just as she claims, some terrifying voice seems to appear near the end of the recording, even though nothing could be seen or heard by live witnesses or in the video. Through the Looking Glass. In this classic internet ghost video, a man in South Yorkshire, England claims that his house is haunted by the ghost of a young boy. One day he hears strange sounds coming from one of the rooms and begins filming.
Show yourself, Lord. Show yourself. Come. Pull another one out. Pull another one out. Pull another one out. I hope. Okay, now.
A drawer opens on its own, and the heavy mattress falls over. But it gets even stranger. When the man is panning around the room, this.
Come on.
Did you see it? The shape of something that looks like a small boy seems to be peering back at him in the mirror. And when he pans the camera back, the shape in the mirror has vanished. So is this a ghost caught on camera, or just an elaborate hoax? You decide. The passenger. This next chilling CCTV video was allegedly shared to the public by an anonymous taxi driver in Japan. He says that a little after 1 a.m. he saw a woman on the street raise her hand to hail his taxi. He pulls over and stops, but what happens next is truly bizarre. The taxi driver remotely opens the door in the back with a switch, expecting the woman to step inside the vehicle. But when he looks again, there's no one there. So the confused driver simply closes the door and drives away. But just a few minutes later, he drives through a tunnel on the road. Without him knowing, his drive recorder captures something absolutely terrifying. The extremely disturbing figure of a woman can be seen appearing in the backseat of his car. Not once, but twice. She appears distorted with a swollen face, one creepy eye open and one closed. The taxi driver claims that he had no idea what was happening so close behind him. He says that he felt a disturbing chill at the time, but he didn't see or hear anything unusual. The driver believes this to be the manifestation of a spirit of the victim of a traffic accident on this road, forever lost on the streets of Japan, trying to get a ride back home. The St. Charles Hotel. On the YouTube ghost hunting channel The Haunted Side, lead investigator Patrick and his cameraman Jason are investigating the supposedly very haunted St. Charles Hotel in Carson City, Nevada. The hotel has been in continuous operation for over 150 years, so obviously it's had its fair share of tragic events occurring inside its walls. Almost immediately, the Haunted Side guys begin to experience unexplained activity.
And we're going back in.
I don't even see anything in here that's metal.
No, there's no debris.
Nothing changed.
Patrick and Jason head to the hotel's most haunted rooms to continue their investigation.
So we're standing out front of room 305 and 304. Which should we go first, 304?
304.
And again, this is the floor where there's a lady from the 1800s that is seen around here a lot. So let's go see if we can talk to her.
And now, this is when things get truly bizarre.
Do you have something you want to say? Come and talk to us.
Floor is super creaky.
Yeah. That was weird. Is that you? I felt like a little touch or like a little pressure.
Now, at first this clip might not seem that compelling, but right after Patrick is touched, watch what their night vision camera catches.
That was weird. Is that you?
Did you see it? Now, this chilling capture of a pale apparition might be a bit hard to see on a darker phone screen or a monitor, so I've enhanced the video just a bit. But note, nothing was added to the Haunted Side's original video. It has only been adjusted to highlight what was already there.
Is that you?
Next, Patrick and Jason move to room 305, a room which is also said to be a hotbed of paranormal activity. They capture some very odd temperature fluctuations in the room. But the most chilling footage of all happens just after they walk out.
Both Jason and myself had to leave this room. Little did we know we were about to capture something unbelievable.
Did you see it? Again, I'll enhance the video. Take another look. Some creepy figure seems to just be standing idly in the corner with its head down. When they leave the room, it seems to raise its head and disappear into the bathroom. So did the Haunted Side catch a ghostly apparition in 2 separate rooms at the St. Charles Hotel? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. You can watch the Haunted Side's complete uncut investigation over on their YouTube channel. Another creepy doll video was sent in by TikTok user Liliana Castillo. In the video, her daughter Golly can be seen playing with her doll. Everything is fine until she seems to hear something odd that catches her attention.
How was this video to you? Good? Okay, thank you. Okay. Yeah, thank you so much, Kiliana. You are a good sport. So, Kiliana, what?
Did you see it? Watch closely right at the corner of the screen. Right when Golly appears to hear something to her left, the doll turns its head to look at her. Horrified, Golly runs to her mom to tell her what happened. The doll has since been thrown out in the trash. Something wicked. Popular Japanese ghost hunters Gachan, Yasuke, and Daichan from the YouTube channel Clip Store travel to what is known to be an extremely haunted location in Hiroshima Prefecture, Japan. Hidden in the mountains here, there's a mysterious tall Western-style ruin that sort of looks like a medieval castle. No one knows why this odd structure was built, or why it ended up being completely abandoned. Locals and curious visitors tell strange stories about the ghost of a woman wearing a dark cape. They claim that the dark figure looks like a witch. The Clip Store team begin their investigation outside, completely in awe of the strange Western-style exterior. That's when cameraman Daichan notices something truly bizarre.
ここで全部行ったところかな。正面に。君やなやっぱ。いやここすごいね。ここから見ると。鉄格子で 全部が窓が覆われてるのが気持ち悪い。いや確かにね。
なんか今上に人影あったぞ。
It's a little hard to see, but Dai-chan's camera barely captures what appears to be someone quickly moving away from the edge of the roof, almost as if someone or something is watching them from above. The team splits up as they each investigate one of the 3 floors inside the abandoned structure. Investigator Yasuke finds an old TV on the 2nd floor and sits down to listen and wait, just to see if he experiences anything remotely paranormal. What happens next is absolutely terrifying.
Gotcha!
ヤスケさんだ。
大ちゃんガッチャンどうした？なんか触られた。上おったろ今。大ちゃん後ろおいで。大ちゃん後ろおいで。大ちゃん後ろ。大ちゃん降りてきて。は？大ちゃん。何？は？おった後ろに。マジ？マジ？降りて。大ちゃんの横に人がおったって。大ちゃんのこっち側に人がおったって。しかも俺体触られたと検証しよったんや。この辺トンってされたんよ。
Yasuke claims that something pushed hard against his shoulder, knocking him backwards and nearly making him fall. He runs up to the staircase and yells to his team members. And to his horror, he sees something lurking over Dai-chan's shoulder, up on the top floor. Yasuke screams to warn him, but whatever it is has just disappeared into thin air. Could this be the spirit of the woman that locals claim to have been seen inside the abandoned building? Did the ghost hunters capture evidence of the paranormal? Let me know what you think. You can watch this entire video over on the Japanese YouTube channel, Clip Store. Popular streamer Brian from the Twitch channel Daily Dasher travels the world and broadcasts his adventures live for thousands of people to watch on Twitch. In one of his many 6 to 8 hour long live streams, he is celebrating his birthday in Ecuador. During his live broadcast, his viewers are shocked when they see someone who seems very out of place.
Yeah, I'm a little confused too. But it seems like, why is there a child here? He said that they closed at 10, and it seems like that's what someone in the chat said, that the curfew is extended, but it's till 10. So even though we didn't get the exact words out of his mouth, there's still a curfew. It seems like these might add up. Is that fast food? Don't scare me like that. Oh my god, it's gone! Oh no! Chat, I don't like supernatural stuff. Why you guys said it's a ghost girl? It's gone! I should have stayed home! What the fuck?
At first, Brian casually points out that there's a child standing at the balcony window. Oddly, the little girl is standing perfectly still. In fact, she is so still that viewers chatting in his live stream think that it might be a statue. Some even jokingly suggest that it's a little ghost girl. So, Brian pans his camera around and looks over. To his horror, he discovers that the little girl has mysteriously disappeared. Now, just like in the previous videos, I'm not necessarily saying that this is a paranormal event caught on camera. It might simply be that the girl, who doesn't move and appears to be completely unresponsive to her surroundings, maybe she just ran off when Brian was distracted. But Brian's reaction to the odd disappearance seems very sincere. He actually seems a bit shook.
Is that fast food? Don't scare me like that. Oh my god, it's gone! Oh no! Chat, I don't like supernatural stuff. Why you guys said it's a ghost girl? It's gone! I should have stayed home.
But, as with the other videos, I leave it up to you to decide. Opening a window, opening a doorway. This strange Japanese video popped up on the internet and quickly went viral with over 1 million views. Unfortunately, no one seems to know the source of the video, including me. I did my usual research, but no one seems to have a clue as to where the creepy video came from. As with most Japanese videos, the couple's identities appear to be blurred in the original video. Having said all that, the clip is still downright chilling. The couple sees the odd blurry shape of someone or something that seems to be peering into their kitchen window. But when the guy quickly slides the window open, there's no one there. He turns back to his girlfriend and catches a truly disturbing figure standing right behind her, dark and shadowy with what almost looks like rotting skin. Then as he pans back only a moment later, the figure has just disappeared. So did the couple unwittingly let a wandering spirit into their home? Unfortunately, without a source, we'll never know. But let me know what you think down in the comments. Hiding in the closet. This next video was sent in by a viewer, and it's one of those rare paranormal stories that's been around on YouTube for a decade, but not many people have ever seen it. In fact, in over 10 years, this channel has only gotten 66 subscribers and very few views. So, let's get into it. Back in February 2011, YouTube user Steph posts a series of videos to document the creepy paranormal activity that she says she often experiences in her house's basement. But even as she tries to simply introduce her channel, things get a bit weird.
Hi everyone, my name is Steph. I live in New York, and I just wanted to do a little bit of an introduction to my channel, Steph's Basement 89. Basically, I think my house is haunted, which I know sounds silly, and I still feel kind of silly saying it, but I guess I shouldn't. We figured out that about the start of the new year of this year was when things started to happen. It's mostly in the basement, but... Right? Did you, or are you f***ing with me?
Someone standing at the doorway. I saw it.
Ouch.
Someone standing at the doorway.
So, can you... Don't go far.
I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna check it out.
So, as I'm recording to you, pardon my language, I feel like I just saw someone standing in the doorway, and so did he. No one, right?
No. That was definitely
Mm-hmm.
something. Sounds like someone walking around.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We'll be back. But yeah, this is an introduction, a pretty good introduction to my channel. And freaking out a little bit right now, but that's okay. Hope you enjoy. Bye.
Steph and her roommate Sam both claimed to see something off camera, and we can hear strange noises in the background, but of course all of this could easily be faked. But trust me, things are gonna get much creepier. In this next video, we head down to what Steph alleges is the most haunted area of her home, the basement. Steph's little dog Bella seems a bit freaked out by something in the basement closet.
So normally when I come home from work, my dog Bella will come running to the door to greet me or whatever, and I just came home and she didn't do that, and it ends up she's down here in the basement just obsessing over this closet door. She's never done this before. It looks as if she's waiting for it to open, or she thinks there's someone behind it, or it's like she acts like she's acting how she does when she wants to get into one of the rooms upstairs. But she hasn't acknowledged me at all since I came home, which is very weird. Bella. She's not even answering to her name. I'm just gonna open it. If I go pull it. See, baby, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. There's nothing in there, crazy lady. Well, it's dark, but as you could probably see, there's no one in the closet, thank God. See, baby, there's nothing there, lady. Nothing, okay? Oh, she's back to sniffing it again. It's freaking me out. Come on, let's go upstairs.
Over the next month, Steph experiences random noises from the basement and even some unnerving sightings of what she believes to be a supernatural apparition. She sets up a camera to record her basement room, specifically the closet. Her recordings capture many hours of, well, nothing. But then, late one Friday night, this happens. As Steph's friend Reese is casually sitting in the basement one night checking her phone, the closet door just pops open on its own. Now, Reese is a skeptic and doesn't believe the basement to be haunted at all, but still, we see her make a tiptoeing dash right out of the room, and we can hear her run up the stairs. So she definitely seems spooked. So now, we cut to one night where Steph and her friend Rochelle are hanging out as it gets close to the midnight hour. Steph decides to record a quick video for her roommate who is away on a trip. What she catches on camera is absolutely terrifying.
Are you videotaping?
Yeah, for Stan.
I did. I won't break them.
Michelle's getting like really good at the drums. So you might have some competition when you get back. We love you. We'll see you soon.
Did you see it? As Steph pans her camera by the open closet door, it looks as if an older woman in a white gown is just standing there, watching. When Steph pans back seconds later, no one there. So did Steph capture real paranormal activity in her basement? And just what happened after this? Well, we'll never know, because you see, Steph hasn't posted to her YouTube channel since these creepy incidents 10 years ago. The House of Horror. The home known as the House of Horror in Asuncion, Paraguay is a home which locals say is extremely haunted. The now abandoned house has a long and very dark history, as 6 brutal deaths have taken place inside its walls. Long ago in the year 1913, a physician who lived in the house shot a man twice after he found him alone with his wife in their home. He later claimed that he didn't know what came over him when he pulled the trigger. Then many years later in 2018, a young mother, her 2 children, and her parents tragically lost their lives inside the home at the hands of the woman's husband. The senseless crime shocked the entire city and forever branded the home with the title, quote, the House of Horror. Several bus drivers that regularly pass by the House of Horror have claimed that they often see a strange shadow-like being late at night that tries to stop the bus. But then the figure simply disappears into thin air right before their eyes. The bus drivers also claim that when it rains, you can hear the crying and wailing of children coming from inside the house. The House of Horror and the strange activity surrounding it has been covered by many news outlets, including this report by Paraguay's C9N TV network. News reporter Alejandra Pereira and her cameraman were doing a tour around the creepy house live on TV when they captured something truly chilling.
Estilo colonial, bastante antigua esta casona. Alejandra, adelante.
Sí, muchísimas gracias, Silvio. Ya nos encontramos en el interior justamente de esta denominada Casa del Terror aquí sobre Oliva y Montevideo para hacer un recorrido con el compañero Derlis, que también estuvo en el momento que ocurrió esto, ¿verdad? Y nos va a poder también...
En ese baño, Alejandra, donde se había realizado, digamos, el entierro de los 4 cuerpos de las 2 mujeres y de las 2 criaturas.
Sí, este sería uno de los lugares donde estaban enterrados justamente los cuerpos de las mujeres, en este caso, Silvio, según las informaciones que también estamos manejando. Porque parte de otro de los cuerpos justamente también se presumía que se encontró en el fondo, hacia donde nos estamos dirigiendo en estos momentos, ya en el fondo de la casa también.
Ajá.
Did you hear it? Eerie, unexplained screams can be heard while Alejandra is explaining where the bodies of the victims were found. The news crew on the scene say that they heard nothing, but viewers watching the report live at home were shocked. Thousands of people contacted the news channel demanding an explanation for the strange screams. C9N Paraguay takes a look at the raw video footage live and again broadcasts their findings.
Vamos a llegar hasta aquí, hasta una de las máquinas donde nos tocó escuchar parte del archivo completamente en bruto. Lorena, ¿me puedes explicar lo que vamos a escuchar a continuación, los sonidos también por sobre todo?
Sí, bueno, lo que les voy a poner ahora es el sonido del ambiente que capta la cámara con el sonido del micrófono, porque nosotros recibimos los enlaces acá con canales diferentes, entonces eso se puede separar sin problema.
Porque parte de otro de los cuerpos justamente también se presumía que se encontró en el fondo, hacia donde nos estamos dirigiendo en estos momentos, ya en el fondo de la casa también.
Bueno, y ahora, ¿qué es lo que vamos a compartir también a continuación, Lorena?
Voy a poner el sonido ambiente que captó la cámara.
Solamente el sonido que entra por la cámara en sí y no por el micrófono que estaba teniendo en ese momento también nuestra compañera Alejandra Pereira. Si podemos ya reproducir y llegar al momento exacto en el cual se estaba dando lo que eran estos gritos. Ahí está.
Porque parte de otro de los cuerpos justamente también se encontró en el fondo, hacia donde nos estamos dirigiendo en estos momentos, ya en el fondo de la casa también.
So, just what do you think these screams could be? Could it be the shrieks of the victims still crying out for help? Or is it all just a very, very elaborate hoax? You decide. Dancing with the Dead. 11 years ago, Tony Noguera recorded a short video of his son Elijah dancing to a Green Day song that was playing on their TV. He uploaded the video to his YouTube channel, and for years the video went mostly unnoticed. That is, until Tony's footage was shared on Reddit and hundreds of Reddit users agreed on one thing. There's something truly bizarre going on in this video.
Dan, look at Elijah, go like this. Elijah, hey, like this. Elijah, look at, hey. Elijah, go like this. Were you dancing to some Green Day? Dance, go.
Did you see it? Right behind little Elijah, what looks like the dark, shadowy figure of a child can be seen, just kind of standing there, watching the family. A few seconds later, and the child disappears. Even creepier, right after the small, shadowy figure is seen, a strange, unexplained childlike giggle can be heard.
Elijah, go like this.
Now, I reached out to Tony Noguera personally, and he says that he has no idea who or what this unexplained figure might be. But he says his house does have a very creepy history. Tony's house is inside a gated community in Reno, Nevada, and the property on which the neighborhood was built used to be an old graveyard back in the 1960s. So could this creepy apparition be the ghost of a child buried on the community grounds long ago? Let me know what you think down in the comments. The other side. Popular Snapchat livestream ghost hunter Hassan Barbar is exploring a long-abandoned residence in Jordan. Locals claim that the house was once owned by a wicked man named Romani, who lived there with his servants. It is said that the man's ghost now haunts the house as an evil spirit, along with the cursed souls of his servants. One of these servants is said to appear as a dark, faceless shape that resembles a young woman. When entering the abandoned old house, Hassan begins to hear strange sounds and lets his livestream viewers know that he believes that the spirit already knows he's there.
خايف يجيني الزلمة أو يكون هون موجود. ما بعرف. اسمع في صوت. اسمع. والله العظيم في صوت يا اخوان والله. بس يا اخوان موقع. بسم الله. مش عارف. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق. بسم الله الذي لا يضر مع اسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء وهو السميع العليم.
Hassan hears the chilling voice of a woman from somewhere within the empty house. Then, a kitchen cabinet slams shut. But it gets worse.
والله العظيم يا اخوان طلع صوت. شو هذا اللي فوق؟ وحياة الله في إشي غريب في المكان يا أخوان. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله. أنا خايف إن شاء الله ما يكونوا ينزلوا مخبطين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الباب سكر.
The same kitchen cabinet moves right in front of him, and a sliding door seems to have shut on its own. Hassan gets an unexplained headache and decides to take a break outside. But when he returns, things get even creepier.
إخوان أنا طلعت برا شوي لأنه راسي كثير وجعني. والله العظيم خاصة المكان هون هذا. بسم الله. في حد هون؟ طب هون شوفي اخوان والله في اشي وحياة الله. شوف. طب ليكون هاي عكسي. هاي والله العظيم انه في اشي موقف جوا يا اخوان وحياة الله. اسمعوا انا بقولكم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والله العظيم انه انا انجنيت من الغرفة هاي. بسم الله. بدي احكي لكم خلينا نشوف كمان مرة يا اخوان اذا في اشي. هاي انا يا اخوان والله العظيم انه في اشي جوا. بسم الله. هي والله العظيم انه في اشي. نرجع بنعمل هيك. بسم الله. نرجع هيك. اخوان انا انهبلت من هاي وحياة الله انهبلت.
The terrifying figure of a woman dressed in black can be seen on the other side of a glass window. But when Hassan quickly checks the area, no one there. The mysterious woman seems to disappear into thin air. So who or what do you think this woman could be? Is it an angry spirit? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. Wrong way. Urban explorers Matt and Andy from the YouTube channel Finders Beepers History Seekers explore the abandoned Mossley Manor in Liverpool, England. The manor has a very dark history. The Victorian building was constructed over 150 years ago by cotton merchant Nicholas Duckworth, who passed away in the home in 1889. In 1940, the manor served as a home for unwed mothers and their children. It was later sold to become a care home for the elderly and disabled, called Mossley Manor Care Home. Around 2014, reports began to surface of abuse and terrible living conditions at the Mossley Manor home. Even more disturbing, families discovered the unreported deaths of at least 10 elderly patients in the home. The care home was shut down in 2015. For obvious reasons, many claim that the Mossley Manor is haunted and is a hotspot for paranormal activity. But Matt and Andy from Finders Beepers are certainly not ghost hunters or even necessarily believers in the paranormal. They're just a couple of guys who enjoy doing urban exploration of old decaying properties like the Mossley Manor, and cracking a few jokes along the way.
Right, so we've just come in to a sort of where they keep files and diaries and one thing and another.
He didn't look suitable to enter the building on account of him having a wild expression in his eyes.
Jesus Christ. How can...
Psychopath coming in.
No, but who can judge whether somebody should be allowed in because they've got a wild look in their eyes?
Never let me in, would they?
This building is amazing, actually. I really want to go scrambling around on that roof, but I don't know whether I'm just currently too fat. Fucking hell! Jesus Christ, brained your head. Oh my God, my heart. And this is like the entranceway. Not that we can see it because they're Andy's bonds.
Even though the two guys try to keep the atmosphere light, when they are on their way up the manor stairs, Matt sees something truly chilling. And suddenly, things just aren't so funny anymore.
Right, just heading up. Is this the second or third floor we're going up to? It's because we went down to the basement, it's thrown me.
I've got no idea.
Totally thrown me. That paper's, they're thick, aren't they? Wallpaper in here is like good quality wallpaper, I will say that. Yeah. So, but yeah, you can see it goes up again. Hey, wait up. Hello? Somebody up there. Hello? I feel like there's somebody down there as well. Right, I'm going up. What the f***? Right, I've gone cold. Yeah. Oh, it might have been. I've gone cold because I saw somebody stood there. I saw a leg. Hello? You just fart. But they went that way, and there's nowhere you can go. A voice? I didn't hear.
I don't know whether it was like a man or a woman's voice, but it was deepish.
Hell. That's weird. I'm gonna have to look back at the footage.
As Matt films the top of the staircase, he captures what appears to be the legs of someone or something who seems to be watching them. The figure immediately walks off toward the right and disappears. Matt and Andy immediately head up the stairs to investigate, but they can't find anyone or anything to explain what Matt captured on camera. Even stranger, there is nowhere for anyone to walk or hide. Now keep in mind that the mysterious figure disappeared towards the right side. Well, that just leads toward a wall with a tiny boarded up window. The mysterious person seems to have simply disappeared into thin air.
But they went that way, and there's nowhere you can go.
So could it be that they captured the ghost of Nicholas Duckworth still roaming his Victorian home? Could it be the apparition of one of the elderly patients that passed away inside the manor? Let me know what you think. You can check out Matt and Andy's full exploration over on their YouTube channel, Finders Beepers, History Seekers. Opening a doorway. Tomo and Hiro from the YouTube channel Omagatoki Film claimed that a real estate agent reached out to them concerning a house that he found extremely difficult to sell. The agent says that the house once belonged to a family of 3 who mysteriously went missing in 2013, leaving behind all of their personal belongings in the house. The current owner is desperate to sell. He believes that there's a dark presence inside the home and wants nothing to do with it. He absolutely refuses to go inside the home or even get close to it. And all of these strange stories about the haunted house have kept buyers away as well. Tomo and Hiro say that the real estate agent and the owner reached out to them to find an explanation for the creepy alleged haunting inside the family home. When the two go to investigate, the current owner warns them to keep the doors closed at all times. But he doesn't explain why.
家の中のドアは、開けっぱなしにしないで必ず閉めてほしいって言われて、これ聞いた時なんかその人なんかその宗教的ななんかそういうルールがあると思ったんだけど。
はいはいはい。開けて通ったらそのドアは必ず閉めるということは絶対守ってくれっていうことだったので。分かった。ちょっと待って。こうやって今ここから開けて入ったと。このドアを必ず閉める。
なんでだろう。
Heeding the creepy warning, Tomo and Hiro respect the owner's request and close each door behind them whenever they step inside a new room. The two investigators immediately get the sense that something about the house is just a bit off.
違和感を覚えることが1個あって、扉をさ開けたら閉じるようにっていうことを僕らきつくお願いされたんじゃないですか。にもかかわらず、押し入れだとか、引き戸が半開きなの逆に。
でもさっきもそうか。そこも
全部そうか。もう全部開いてるもん。
確かに。すっごい本当物がない。
Strangely enough, Tomo and Hiro discover that many of the closet and cabinet doors are half open, contradicting the strange warning that they got to leave all the doors closed at all times. They don't think much of it and just continue their investigation. But did you see it? Tomo and Hiro are completely unaware of what they just captured on camera. But watch again. Someone or something seems to be standing right behind the rack of clothes, as 2 bare feet can be seen underneath. But the investigators just don't notice. Soon the two explorers begin to hear a strange ringing sound that they believe to be coming from the home's, quote, altar room. A room that is dedicated to Buddhist prayer and sometimes houses altars meant to honor the dead. They go to investigate, and things take a terrifying turn.
聞こえるよね。もう絶対聞こえてるよね。聞こえてる。リンっていうの。
なんか
鐘というか。
そう。あの音だよね。あの音。確実に。ちょっと戻るか。いや別に何も変わったところはない。
トモさん閉めてないやん。
いやいや、閉めた閉めた。ちょっと、さっき出るときさ、閉めたよ。
いや、閉めてないでしょ。
いやいや、閉めた閉めた閉めた閉めた。いや、確実に閉めてる閉めてる閉めてる。
ちょっと一回閉める。閉めよう閉めよう。
I ask again, did you see it? Right after Tomo and Hiro enter the altar room and Tomo is closing the door, a pair of feet can be seen once again, but this time much closer. What makes the footage even creepier is that only moments earlier in this same spot, there was nothing there. Whatever is in the home with the two investigators seems to be following them. And then when they turn their back, the sliding door seems to open on its own. Hiro decides to do a solo investigation in the altar room in the hopes of capturing any paranormal activity. He sets up a static camera and then just sits in the dark and waits. After 30 minutes, nothing has happened. So Hiro gets a bit bored and decides to go check out another room. And this is when things get truly bizarre. Hiro hears a sliding door move on its own, and he discovers that the door to the altar room has once again mysteriously opened on its own. The investigator hears the bizarre ringing sound again, and when he turns around, he sees the creepy face of something staring back at him through the sliding door. Hiro gathers his courage and approaches the door. He opens it, and the face disappears into thin air. There's no one there. So did Hiro and Tomo capture paranormal evidence of a haunted home? Could it be the restless spirits of the family who mysteriously disappeared? Let me know what you think. You can watch this entire video over on the YouTube channel Omagatoki Film. A Nuke's Top 5 viewer who wishes to remain anonymous, let's just call him or her Alex for the sake of the video, emailed me about a CCTV recording captured at an undisclosed sleep lab during a sleep apnea test. Alex says that a coworker was monitoring a widowed female patient's sleep. And then this happened.
Let me just start recording. Oh my god. I see it walking around. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Yes. It's gone now.
Now, to get a better understanding of what is going on, a bit of explanation is necessary. So the squiggly lines that can be seen at the bottom of the screen indicate that the woman has stopped breathing during her sleep. The mysterious pale figure then appears to reach out to wake the woman, after which she begins to breathe again. Alex believes the apparition might have been the patient's deceased husband, still carefully watching over her from beyond the grave. But what do you think this strange pale shape could be? Let me know down in the comments.
Let me just start recording. Oh my god. I see it walking around. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Yes. It's gone now.
Whispering in church. Over on the channel Urbex Hill, YouTuber Christopher Hill is back with another urban exploration of a creepy old abandoned church in Cleveland, Ohio. This time, Chris is exploring an old Lutheran church that was built back in 1940. The church has been abandoned for over 15 years, but it has somehow remained in fairly good condition, free from any vandalism or graffiti. Chris carefully and respectfully makes his way through the large building, recording the elegant architecture of the church interior. He finds furniture and belongings that date back to the 1980s, and even some pieces from the 1950s. But as he climbs the stairs to the second floor of the abandoned church, he hears some very strange sounds that stop him in his tracks. Did you hear it? The baffled explorer explains in his video that he hears something strange as he climbs the stairs to the second floor, but he's not sure just what the sound might be. So I decided to enhance the audio from this section. Now watch the clip again and listen closely. A mysterious childlike voice can be heard saying, "Can you help me?" And then seconds later, what sounds like the voice of an older woman seems to whisper, "It's a test." Chris has no idea what he just captured and continues on with his exploration on the second floor of the creepy church. Then much later, when he comes back to the same staircase again to head back down, it happens again. This time a voice can be heard whispering something. And again I enhanced the audio, but this time I'm not able to make out just what is being said. It almost sounds like multiple voices whispering all at once. Listen again and let me know in the comments if you can make out anything that the creepy voices are saying. Chris eventually leaves the church having no idea what he just captured on camera. But after he uploads his video to YouTube, things take a very creepy turn. Viewers of his channel point out to Chris that he might not have been alone in the old church. While Chris did hear the strange sounds and whispering, he didn't see this. A huge dark figure can be seen standing in a room at the end of the hallway. Chris turns to film close-ups of the church's stained glass windows, and when he pans back, the large mysterious figure is gone. So did Chris capture voices and an apparition of spirits that haunt the old church? You decide. You can watch this full video and many more of Chris's explorations over on his YouTube channel, Urbex Hill. Mirror, mirror. This next video comes from Chinese ghost hunter Xiao Long, who I featured before. Xiao Long and his fellow explorer drive 3 hours to an abandoned and allegedly haunted house in the middle of nowhere. The house is said to be the home of an evil spirit. Xiaolong and his friend are live streaming their entire investigation. Now, I should mention again that in Chinese culture it is believed that swearing and acting angry is believed to ward off evil spirits that wish to do you harm. However, at first Xiaolong's anger seems to spill over a bit onto his fellow explorer.
河里去。这个一瞅这个地方真的年代很久远了。我操你妈，干哈你？炕上好讨闷。干啥呀？嘿！干啥呢？我他妈看枕头。这是。 无中生有，暗度陈仓，瞎逼呲呲，别他妈逼了，你奶奶逼的！来，打开。我操！我太想打你了，老戴，真的，我真想直播暴打你一顿。我他妈的给你图了直播，你还打我？我真他妈，我真他妈太想打你了！你太不他妈有人性了你！谁敢给你直播啊？除了给你直播还能打？咱他妈待着好不？我真他妈想打你！
After an hour of exploring, the two ghost hunters really haven't encountered anything. So, they decide to try a ghost summoning game that is similar to a Ouija board, called Pin Chi.
兄弟们啊，这个是咋说呢？他是一个我们东北的户外探险主播自创的一门招魂游戏，这个叫碰瓷术。可能说我们这个碰瓷术呢，来自于说一个马来西亚的一个邪教组织，他呢专门就是研究恶灵的。 然后经常呢会用这个死亡小词儿，去那个就是召唤这个死亡的神灵，让他这些神灵呢去帮助他得到一些某种目的。词儿仙儿，我是你的今生，你是我的前世。若要与我碰瓷儿，请在桌上画圈儿。
They don't really have much luck with the game, but very bizarre things start to happen.
我现在这不是在鬼屋里面给你招词仙呢吗？用仙语说话呀！我操你妈！嘿！
They try to return to their spoon ritual, but again, they are interrupted.
整那些鸡巴没有用的，关键是他妈了个逼的！你说真的啊，千里迢迢200多公里来到这个地方，你说谁他妈想那啥呀？关键这里头也真没有啥玩意儿啊，咱也不能拿鸡巴一项玩吧，对不对？那你说鸡巴拿这个鸡巴词儿，哎，哎我操，老戴！ 哎，谁？我操你妈！谁呀？
And again, they go back to their game. But this is when things get truly bizarre.
哎，我操你妈的！
谁？我操你妈！这窗户洞，老铁们，谁？谁？
Did you see it? Watch the reflection of the game board behind them as Xiaolong goes to check out the noise at the window. While the ghost hunters are away from the board, the spoon can be seen spinning wildly, as if being pushed by some unseen force. But wait, we haven't even gotten to the most chilling event that the ghost hunters experience in their investigation of this abandoned haunted house. So, for some reason, all of the mirrors in this abandoned house seem to be covered, removed, or turned to face down. The explorers decide to take a good long look into one of the downturned mirrors. And it didn't go well.
这他妈哪是八卦镜？这他妈老镜呢！看都不说都是这个。我告诉你啊，你们的妈了个逼的！你们要是不喜欢看，你们赶紧走，没人他妈逼你搁这里头逼逼呲呲逼逼呲逼逼你妈了个逼一个个的，像他妈傻逼似的，操你妈一个个的！
The unexplained creepy face of an old woman appears in the mirror, right between them. In abject horror, they pan the room, but there's no one there. And with that final terrifying experience, they decide to just get out of there. Thanks so much for watching. Please check out my Instagram here, my Twitter over there, and then tickety flippity. Anyway, I hope I'll see you again next week.